Hello everybody, it's a nice Sunday and I hope y'all went to service. It's me, Granddaddy Loves Cars, and I came here to give all my grandchildren some helpful driving tips and advice. I see y'all young folks doing wrong, so I'm not gonna talk a lot. I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what needs to be done. Starting with my first tip. This is the first tip I'm about to show y'all. Now, as you seen, I just turned this here car on. And see, a problem that I see a lot of y'all young folks doing is y'all turn y'all car on and you take off. That is not the right thing to do because the engine ain't at the right operating temperature. You need to turn your car on and let it sit for at least 2 minutes. I would say a real optimal of 5 minutes, but 2 would be good. You never want to get in your car and instantly just put it in gear and go because the engine, the oil, and everything ain't up the right temperature. There's a lot more reasons, but just overall is that the engine is not at the right operating temperature. So don't just turn your car on and slam it in gear and go. It's not what you need to do. Let it sit for at least 2 minutes or so. 5 is optimal. So, like I said, we wait for a car to warm up. So, I'm gonna just tell you what this is. This is a 2012 Acura TL, the front wheel drive version on 3.5 liter V6 VTEC engine. You know, Acura made by Honda now, so it's the same technology. If it was a all-wheel drive version, it'll have a 3.7 liter with a little more horsepower. With this, a little 3.5 VTEC will take off from you and leave you in the dust. It surely will. It will leave you in the dust for sure. So, like I said, the engine warming up, that's the first thing you need to do. Another little quick driving tip before I get to the main big one is that you always want to make sure your lights are working. Not just the front lights, the back lights. You also want to make your blinkers working because one, you need to let the other driver know where you need to go so you can stay safe. And you don't want no ticket neither, because them poke come get you so fast. And you also, you ain't got necessarily take a gauge or nothing, check the tires, but you want to make sure every single tire ain't flat at least. And on them new fancy cars, back in my day, they ain't had that thing in there to tell you when the tire's flat. But now, it'll tell you on the inside if you got one going bad. Now, we're gonna stand here a few minutes. The car done warmed up a little bit. So, I want to talk about the next tip. I'm gonna show y'all. And I'm gonna show y'all while I'm doing it. Okay. I hope y'all can see me good, but the next driving tip is use your brakes to stop, not the transmission. And by that I mean, a lot of times you see people doing this. That's not right. You see, I didn't stop all the way before I changed gears. And especially when people backing out of parking spots in their driveway, they'll let it roll in reverse. Don't stop all the way and put it in drive. What you should do is roll, stop with your brakes, then reverse. Go in reverse, stop all the way, then put it in drive. Stop all the way, put it in park. And far too often, like I said, I see the young folks just driving and they don't stop all the way before they put that thing in gear, and that's not good because it puts stress on your transmission. Over time, You know what I'm saying? You can have transmission problems. It's not good. Because you have to stop first. Even if you slam it in gear, even if for a split of a second, your car is going to stop before it goes the other direction. It's going to stop. But the transmission was not made to do that. The brakes are. So just do me a favor, y'all. Stop all the way and then slam it in gear. It ain't going to take that much longer. It'll keep the life of your car up for way much longer. So, this next tip I have is kind of a funny one, but I'm going to just show y'all in my little area right here. And this has to do with backing up. So, like I said, this tip here is for when you're going a certain direction in reverse. Far too often, I see y'all young folks don't know nothing. Y'all like to reverse your car without turning the blinker on. And if you do turn the blinker on, you put the right blinker, y'all put the wrong blinker on. I'll come to show y'all the right way to put a blinker. So for example, if I am Granddaddy and I am reversing out to go that way, I'm going to turn this blinker on. And vice versa, if I'm backing to back the back of my car out that way, I turn this right blinker on. For example, say that you're backing out your driveway, and when you put it in drive, you want to go that way, but the back of the car is coming out this way. So you backing like this, and you driving forward, you want to turn that right blinker on. Vice versa, back to the left blinker on, and go. Now I'm going to show y'all the proper way to do that right here. And just like that, you can see that I reversed a certain direction and then went forward in direction. But when I reversed, I put the left blinker on because the back of my car was going out that certain way. Now, I got one more tip for y'all, and I'm gonna throw this in here too. Y'all young folks who don't like to clean your car no more, just get a little soap. I will say buy some car soap, because that dish detergent stuff is for dishes and not car. That's why they make car wash and dish detergent. Anyway, y'all keep y'all car clean too, inside and out. And I know y'all like to smoke on that reefer and stuff. Just don't reek that in your car either. No drinking in the car, that reefer and all that other stuff y'all do back in my day. We ain't did all that, but y'all do it now, so don't ride with it. I don't want nobody to go to the jailhouse now. But like I said, I got one more tip, and I'm gonna wrap this thing up. It's a good Sunday. I'm gonna keep it good and short. Sound like I'm preaching now, but let's go and get it. So I'm inside this here car, and I'm trying to adjust it so you can see the RPM gauge and stuff like that. I also want to see that it got paddle shifters. Now I said I'm gonna make only one more tip, but I'm sorry, I got a few more. Now, I'm gonna actually show y'all something real quick. Now you see here, see the paddle shifters minus plus. You see the engine is at right operating temperature, so we good. We don't have to worry about, you know, if the engine is good to drive. It's good. Second off, never, ever, as soon as you turn your car on, rev the engine. This car is at operating temperature, so I can rev it a little bit. Do not ever get in your car and instantly rev it. That is extremely bad for the engine. The engine ain't even got time. That's like if somebody slapped you in the face to wake you up and said, run a mile, run it, sprint it. That's exactly the same thing. Don't nobody want to do that, and your engine don't want to do that either. And second off, I will say, anytime you even trying to drive a little fast, don't just float it. Don't just flow it. Unless you got an engine or a race car, don't just floor it. Okay, if you're on the street, the highway, just ease into the speed. Let the engine work up. Just rub on a little bit. Just ease it into the power. Don't just think you some crazy motor speeders NASCAR driving. Just no. That ain't no good. That ain't no good. Now, I'm gonna try to prop this back up like I just had it, so everybody can see what's going on. So, I'm gonna give y'all one more tip. I'm for real this time now. I'm so for real. So, I'm almost at the main street, so I can show y'all this final tip. And this tip is a testimony of paddle shifters. Now, a lot of people, they don't know how to drive a stick shift for real. However, a lot of cars got paddle shifters. So when they put it in paddle shifting mode, they do things like this. They do things, all type of crazy things. I'm trying to show y'all like that. See how far I rev down? That ain't no good for your engine or your transmission. See, now I know how to drive a stick shift, so I know more about shift points in a car. And when you drive in a car, you never want to overwork the engine or the trans. Even if you were, to a certain extent, it's more lenient. But when you're racing and stuff, you don't want to just stress that engine out like that. For example, right now, I'm going to show you the good way. I'm in second gear. I'll hit 3,000 RPM. That's a little soft. I could went a little more. It's a little soft. But I say 3,500, 40 miles per hour. I shift up to fourth gear. I got a little extra speed. I can feel the torque. Not right now. I'm going 35. I can downshift in the third gear. It only bumped me up to about 2,800 RPM. Slow down a little more. Second gear. The power come on. And I upshift. Now if I was that's a little too much. Just because it's not no real performance car, you don't want to stress it out. But right here, that ain't too bad. It's not that bad. Now, I will say, if you really like your car and driving into paddle shifters, you'll get better and better at it. Just practice. Watch people and other people like me on YouTube showing you how to do it. You know? Because the more you practice at anything, essentially you should get better. But I'm going to teach y'all one quote. Practice makes permanent. So however you practice, that's how you're going to be. So I don't want to say if you practice, you'll get better. But if you practice the right things, you will get better. So that was my last tip for y'all. I just want to show y'all a few great driving things. You know what I'm saying? I love when everybody drives good. I love when everybody don't crash. They keep their engine up right. And I just like talking to y'all. So once again, share this to somebody who can't drive. Share it to somebody who can drive. Just share it to everybody. Like, subscribe, share, comment. I love every and one of y'all. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.